Hello everyone, my name is Sanskar Vagaukar. In this video, I am going to give a presentation on correlation matrix and I am going to implement correlation matrix in Python. So the agenda of today's video is, first we will going to see introduction, what is correlation matrix. After that we are going to see why do we use correlation matrix. After that we are going to see what is correlation coefficient. After that, we are basically going to see how to implement correlation matrix in Python. And then we are basically going to see applications of correlation matrix. And at the end, we will conclude. So, what do you mean by correlation matrix? Basically, correlation matrix is a matrix that shows the correlation between variables. It gives the correlation between all the possible pair of values in a matrix format. Suppose if you are doing car price prediction and if you don't know that my independent variables how strong they are correlated with each other. In that case, correlation matrix works. With the help of a correlation matrix, you get the idea how our two or more variables are correlated with each other. So we can get that value in our prediction model to get the accuracy more best. So that is how we can say this is a correlation matrix it is. After that, why do we use correlation matrix? Basically, with the help of a correlation matrix, we get the summarized of our large data set. We can say that which variable is how correlated by which variable, by which we can identify the patterns and make a decision according to it. We can also see which variable is more correlated by which variable, and we can also plot that result in a graph. And to know what is correlation matrix, first we should know what is correlation coefficient. Basically, correlation coefficient are used to check how strong your variables are, two or more variables is. Like if you are doing car price prediction, price is your dependent variable, and suppose mileage and fuel is your independent variable. So you have to check how the two variables are correlated with price. Is they are correlated with the price or not? To check it is a correlated to a price or not, we use correlation matrix. And correlation matrix basically works on correlation coefficient. So there are mainly three types of correlation coefficient, which are sample correlation coefficient, population correlation coefficient, Pearson correlation coefficients. After that, we are going to see how to implement correlation coefficient and correlation matrix in Python. So this is my coding. So for Python, I have used Jupyter Notebook. In Jupyter Notebook, first you have to import some libraries. So the first library I am going to import is pandas. This library is used to import our dataset. So with the help of a read CSV function, in that we have to give the path we can import our dataset. So my dataset is car price data. In that we have attributes like name, year, selling price, kilometer driven, fuel, seller type, transmission, owner, mileage, engine, max power, torque and seats. So this is my variables in our dataset. Now I am going to check the shape of the data, how many rows and columns we have. So after executing this code, I got this output. In that we have 8128 rows and 13 columns. Now to build any machine learning model, first we have to drop NA values. So for dropping NA values, I have used drop NA function. With the help of this function, I can drop all the NA values. And after that, I have checked is there any value is NA present in our data set, and I got 0 output. Here you can see that we got 0 0 0 in every column. It means we have 0 NA value present in our data set. Now I am going to remove or drop duplicate values. Why I drop the duplicate values? Basically, if a machine learning model develops a prediction line on a data, so it is not need to develop again and again on that data. It is required to develop only once. So I have dropped all the NA values and duplicate values here. After that, I have dropped irrelevant columns which is not required. Here you can see that the columns I have removed is name, seller type and torque. After that, our data set is look like this. In this we have year, selling price, kilometer driven, fuel, transmission, owner, mileage, engine, maximum power and seats. Now we are going to do data pre-processing. In data pre-processing, basically we are going to convert several categorical values into int type. Why? Because we are doing prediction, and we are basically our prediction in dependent variable is selling price, which is a continuous variable, and I am going to apply regression analysis technique. And in regression analysis technique, it takes only number, it doesn't take the categorical values. So that's why we have to convert several columns into int type. So the columns I am going to convert into int types are owner. After that, I am going to convert mileage. After that, engine, max power, and that all. So that's how I have converted the several columns into int type. Now we have to do feature creation. Feature creation is the part of a data pre-processing. In that we have create one feature. Here you can see that our feature is age. In age, how I made this column, basically I have defined one function. In that I have just simply minus the value of 2021 with the value of the car manufacturer is. With the help of that, I got the new column which is age. And now our data set is look like this. Now I am going to check is there any outlier present or not. What do you mean by outliers? If there is any car, and if a car having more than 8 seats or 9 seats or 11 or 12 seats, then we can say that it is not a car, it is a bus. So that's why we must remove the outliers from our data to get more accurate result. So here you can see that I have removed the outliers from our data set. Now I am going to apply one hot encoding. What do you mean by one hot encoding? Basically, as I have said, we are going to apply regression analysis technique. In regression analysis technique, it takes only number. So we have to convert the categorical values into int type. But there are some variables which we can't convert into the category to int type. So to convert that variable into int type, we use one hot encoding. So with the help of a pd.getDummy function, we are converting the variables into int type. Here you can see that we convert the fuel into int type. Here you can see that if a fuel is diesel, then the value is 1 and rest of the value will be 0. So that's how we can apply data pre-processing on our data set. After that, we split the data into test and train. So we are basically going to develop a machine learning model, and we have to make a correlation matrix as well. So to make a correlation matrix, we have to first divide our data into test and train. Here I have divided my data into test of 20% and training of 80%. And after that I am going to create a correlation matrix. So to create a correlation matrix, we are going to use CORR function. With the help of a CORR function, we can make a correlation matrix. After that, if you want to visualize the correlation matrix, we can visualize with the help of a Seaborn. You have to import the Seaborn library from Python, and here I have given the size of my graph, and here you can see that this is the heat map which we got from our data set. So from this we can indicate that if the value is 1, it means the correlation between the variables is strong, and if the value is 0, then it means the correlation between two variables or two or more variables is neutral, and if the value is -1, then we can say that the relation between two or two more variables are negative. So that's how we can implement correlation matrix in Python. So we have seen how to implement correlation matrix in Python. Now moving forwards, now we are going to see applications of correlation matrix. So basically correlation matrix we can use in many industry. Like in automobile industry we can use, in health sector we can use the correlation matrix, in stock market analysis we can use, and in software industry we can also use correlation matrix for various purposes. So now coming towards the conclusion part. So with the help of a correlation matrix, it is a very useful statistical technique by which we get the idea about data set, or we get the summarized of our data set. So by this we can analyze and take a decision according to it. So according to me, it is a very beneficial technique for predictions and for classifications. I hope you like my video. Thank you.